Hey everybody, and welcome to the first ever Reaper Gaming weekly update. If there's no podcast in 1 week, I'll probably upload a weekly update instead. This week there were technical issues, and there won't be a podcast this week, so I'm going to be doing this. Think of this as a more condensed version of the podcast, without what we played, story time, League of Legends time, etc. It'll feature only the new releases and the gaming news. So without further ado, let's dive right in. For the new releases of the week of April 8th, 2012, first to come out we have Naval War Arctic Circle for the PC. Its release date is April 10th, 2012, and it's a real-time strategy game, where players battle enemy naval and aerial forces, questing for power and ultimate world domination. Next to come out is the Men of War Condemned Heroes. It comes out for PC, April 12th, 2012. Men of War Condemned Heroes is a strategy game from 1C Soft Club. Next to come out is Legend of GROMROCK. It's for the PC, and it comes out April 11th, 2012. Legends of GROMROCK is a dungeon-crawling game inspired by old-school classics of the genre, while it still brings its own twists to the game. Next to come out is Phantom Breaker for the Xbox 360. It is a high-velocity 2D fighting game, and it comes out April 10th. Think of it kind of like BlazBlue, but not as fast-paced. After that is Tribes Ascend, which is getting its full release on April 12th. It comes out for the PC. It's a new generation of online multiplayer shooter incorporating the classic Tribes elements such as fast-paced jetpack-enabling combat, skiing, and vehicles combined with teamwork and strategy. There's also a 4-in-1 action pack coming up for the PS3. It is a collection of 4 downloadable PS3 games that include Mushroom Wars, Smash Cars, Digger, and Wakeboarding HD. Also to come out is SKULLGIRLS. It was delayed a week, and now it's coming out April 10th for the PSN and April 11th on the Xbox Live Arcade. SKULLGIRLS is a fast-paced 2D fighting game that puts players in control of fierce female warriors in an extraordinary Dark Deco world. Spirit Camera, The Cursed Memoir comes out for the 3DS. Spirit Camera, The Cursed Memoir introduces a mysterious girl named Maya that players must help break a terrifying curse. It comes out April 13th. And finally there is Fez that comes out on the Xbox Live Arcade on April 13th. This quirky platformer stars a little white creature with a bright red fez. That's all that comes out this week, and now we can move on to gaming news. Mass Effect 3 Ending is getting expanded in the upcoming DLC. Fan complaints to be addressed to some extent this summer with free DLC. Following an incredible backlash over the ending of Mass Effect 3, BioWare promised last month that it would address the complaints for those who were displeased by the way Commander Shepard's story came to an end. The way in which it plans to do that will briefly be outlined today, although we won't be getting our hands on the solution for another few months. Put simply, it's going to be an extended DLC to help finish the ending for those who didn't like it. It'll be free, and it'll be coming out in the summer sometime, so if you're looking forward to, if you did not like the Mass Effect 3 ending, you should be looking forward to this, as it's going to expand the ending. Also, there is EA is being named the worst company in America over Bank of America and 30 others. Why the next generation will still play used games. We talked about this a couple weeks ago on the podcast. Essentially, it's just saying that even though that new systems will have probably no discs, that might not happen as used games, regardless of if they have a DRM that stops them from being played. Hackers are always out there, and they will break the code, so it will probably hurt the company more to work on that DRM if it's only going to be break, so they can put their money where it's more needed and not have to worry about that. The Wii U's reportedly underwhelming hardware unlikely to matter. If the reports prove to be true, will anyone care if the Wii U is not a major step ahead of the Xbox 360 and PS3? A lot still remains unknown about the Wii U. Studies show that regardless of what its hardware is like, people are still going to buy it, so there's no point in trying to focus on that, I guess. Finally, I have one last piece of news. Halo 4 multiplayer details have been leaked. The May issue of Game Informer has been leaked, and the screenshots of Halo 4 and some of its info has been leaked. Things that include in the leak for the multiplayer are Spartan Points, which is a new currency in Halo 4. They will buy things such as armor abilities, Spartan Op missions, and some others. Spartan Ops is probably one of the most interesting things to be seen in the new multiplayer. Think of Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 3, and think of the multiplayer from Mass Effect 3. It has its own storyline and will span out over several months, encouraging players to return to the game. It elaborates on why Reds fight Blues. I think most of you probably guessed this, but Reds fight Blues and Blues fight Reds for training purposes. They fight in something called the UNSC Infinity. It is a 3-kilometer-long ship sent into deep space on a mission. It contains a virtual reality sector that creates the multiplayer experience. Sprint will return, but it is a mandatory standard ability armor, and it will always be with you. You won't have to pick it up, and you essentially will be able to have 2 armor abilities, because guess what? Armor abilities are returning. Only some of them, though. Hologram, Jetpack, and Active Camo will be ones to return, and they will be working on new ones. There's a new ability called Forerunner Vision. If you ever wanted to be Superman, now you can. You can see through walls with your X-ray vision. I can't say I hate this armor ability, because I haven't used it yet. I'm hoping it comes with its weaknesses and discourages camping. There's new things come with grenades. Apparently there are 4 types of grenade, including the frag grenade and the plasma grenade and 2 others. Firefight returns, nothing new to say there. They have a new game mode called Genocide, which is similar to VIP, where you have to kill the person who has the most points, who is considered the king, and everybody who has the least points than the king is after him. No more weapon camping. Weapons will now no longer be on a spawn timer and in the same area. They will be dropped down randomly in drop pods. And there is no more respawn delay, rather. Immediately after you die, by tapping the X button, you are sent back to life in the match. Can't say this is bad, could be bad, because spawns are not so great in Halo, and it could have the person spawn right immediately behind the enemy who killed the previous thing and have them the ability to kill them. And finally, you have the ability to join in-progress games. 343 implemented this to try and get rid of the lever penalties and people quitting the games. That'll be it for this week's weekly update. I'm sorry there's no podcast this week. I tried my best to try and get this out, so I hope everybody has a good week, and I'll talk to you guys next week with everybody and the podcast. See ya!